When you let go of expectations, life begins to flow. Carl Jung. What if the secret to a fulfilling life isn't in chasing approval, but in releasing it? Picture yourself free from the pressure to prove your worth, unshackled from the need to fit society's mold. This video isn't just a story. It's a wake-up call for you, for me, for anyone tired of living for others. Join us on a transformative journey through 7 steps that will redefine how you see yourself in the world. Stay with us. This could change everything. The exhaustion of chasing approval. Why does it feel like no matter how hard you try, you're never truly there? From a young age, we're conditioned to pursue external markers of success, top grades, perfect appearances, dream careers, and ideal partners. The world tells us our value lies in how others perceive us, in the applause we earn, and in the boxes we check. But what if this relentless pursuit is the very thing draining your soul? Carl Jung, the visionary psychologist, taught that what you resist persists. The more we cling to external validation, the further we stray from our authentic selves. I've lived this cycle, pouring energy into being the right version of myself, only to feel emptier with every step. I chased recognition, thinking it would fill the void, but it only deepened it. Philosopher Byung-Chul Han describes our era as a society of fatigue, where we've become our oppressors, driven by an internal voice demanding constant performance. We're not just tired, we're spiritually exhausted, weighed down by the masks we wear to be seen as enough. The moment of truth arrives when you acknowledge this exhaustion. It's not failure, it's awareness. You realize that every choice made to please others, every moment spent shaping yourself to fit their expectations, is a betrayal of your own essence. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, wrote, "Why waste energy seeking others' approval when you could align with your own truth? But in a world that glorifies conformity, how do you break free? The answer lies in a single radical act: stopping. Not stopping life, but stopping the pretense. Stop fighting battles that aren't yours. Stop carrying the burden of others' expectations. This isn't about becoming reckless. It's about redirecting your energy toward rediscovering who you are beneath the layers of performance. It's about stepping off the endless treadmill and daring to ask, what do I truly want? This journey starts with courage. The courage to admit you're tired of living for others. It's the spark that ignites transformation, the moment you choose to reclaim your life. The world may urge you to keep chasing, but deep within, you know there's a truer path. Let's explore the invisible chains that keep us bound and why breaking them feels so daunting, yet so vital. The chains of external expectations. We're trapped in a silent prison, one built from the expectations we've absorbed since childhood. Be polite, be successful, be likable. Above all, be anything but your raw, unfiltered self if it means fitting in. These rules aren't shouted, they're whispered in the glances of others, the judgments we fear, and the goals we chase because they're right. This prison isn't made of bars, but of the pressure to conform, and it's suffocating us from within. How many times have you chosen the safe path over the true one? Maybe it's a career you pursued for status, a relationship you clung to out of fear, or a persona you crafted to avoid criticism. Each choice builds another wall between you and your authentic self. Carl Jung warned that disconnecting from our inner instincts creates a void, an emptiness no amount of likes, promotions, or praise can fill. This void manifests as anxiety, restlessness, or a quiet ache that something's missing. You might have everything society deems successful, a degree, a job, a social circle, yet feel adrift. That's because the prison isn't just external, it's in your mind. We've internalized the need to perform, to be validated, to be seen. Social media turns this into a 24/7 stage where every post is a performance and every silence feels like failure. Epictetus, the Stoic philosopher, offered a lifeline. Focus on what you can control. You can't control others' opinions, but you can control how you define your worth. Breaking free starts with small acts of defiance, saying no to what doesn't align, embracing your flaws, and risking disapproval. It's terrifying because it means stepping into the unknown, but it's also the path to freedom. Each step weakens the chains that bind you. Unlearning these patterns takes time, but every choice to prioritize your truth over others' expectations is a victory. It's not about shutting out the world, it's about reclaiming your power to choose what matters. Let's uncover the roots of this need to please and why letting it go feels like both a wound and an awakening. The origins of seeking approval. The urge to please isn't something you choose, it's something you inherited. As children, we learn that love comes with conditions. Be good and you're rewarded. Show anger and you're scolded. Express doubt and you're ignored. Over time, we internalize a painful truth. To be accepted, we must hide parts of ourselves. Carl Jung called this the persona, the social mask we wear to survive. It's a tool for navigating the world, but when it defines us, we lose touch with the self, the untamed core of who we are. This conditioning shapes us into adults who compromise their truth. We say yes when we mean no, stay silent when we want to speak, and pursue goals that don't resonate because they're expected. The result is a life that looks right but feels wrong, a success story on the outside, a hollow one within. Jung taught that denying our true selves creates inner resistance, which surfaces as anxiety, burnout, or a nagging sense of disconnection. Epictetus reminds us that we can't control others' judgments, yet we often build our identity on them. This is the trap. We surrender our power to forces beyond our control. Recognizing this is the first step toward liberation. The need to please was a survival tactic. It kept us safe as children, but as adults, it's a cage. Letting it go means rewriting the rules of how you measure your worth. Freedom begins with permission. Permission to be flawed, to disappoint, to be human. In a world obsessed with perfection, this is a radical act. Showing your true self risks rejection, but it also unlocks authenticity. When you stop hiding, you stop needing others to validate your existence. Let's explore what happens when you embrace this risk, when you choose yourself, even at the cost of standing alone. The power of choosing yourself. Releasing the need to please isn't a switch you flip. It's a path often sparked by a moment of collapse. Maybe it's a job that breaks you, a relationship that feels like a charade, or a quiet realization that you've lost yourself. These moments, though painful, are doorways to truth. Martin Heidegger described this as ontological anxiety, the discomfort of living a life that isn't yours. It's not just sadness, it's the ache of being estranged from your soul. When you start refusing what doesn't align with your truth, the world shifts. Relationships built on your performance may unravel. Tasks that seemed critical lose their urgency. The masks you've worn begin to fall away. This can feel isolating. Authenticity often comes with solitude. But this loneliness is sacred. It's where you begin to rebuild, choosing connections, work, and habits that reflect who you are, not who you're expected to be. Nietzsche spoke of transformation in 3 stages: the camel, weighed down by expectations, the lion, who rejects what doesn't serve them, and the child who creates anew. This journey demands sacrifice, letting go of relationships, roles, or certainties that no longer fit. But it also offers a rare gift, a life that's yours. The world may resist your authenticity, but the peace of living true to yourself outweighs the cost. As you embrace your truth, something unexpected happens. You attract what aligns with you, people who see the real you, opportunities that ignite your passion, moments that feel alive. This isn't magic, it's the world reflecting your courage. But it only comes after you brave the solitude, trusting that your worth doesn't hinge on others' approval. Let's see what grows from this courage and how it leads to a life of meaning. The joy of living authentically. After the upheaval of letting go, a quiet peace settles in. The emptiness that once felt heavy now brims with potential. Free from the need to please, you hear your voice clearly. What lights you up? What's worth your energy? These questions become your compass. Søren Kierkegaard believed that despair stems from living out of sync with your true self. The remedy is embracing the discomfort of becoming who you are. This is where you rebuild. You choose work that feels meaningful, not just prestigious. You surround yourself with people who value the real you, not the role you played. Every decision aligns with your truth. Nietzsche's will to power isn't about control. It's the creative energy of living authentically. Each yes is a commitment to your values. Each no is a boundary that protects your peace. Seneca wrote that a wise soul is invulnerable, not because it's untouchable, but because it no longer needs external validation. This is true freedom, living without the need to prove yourself. You don't compete, justify, or bend to others' expectations. When people try to sway you with guilt or judgment, their words slide off. You're grounded in your truth. You're not above them, you're simply outside their game. This freedom doesn't mean you stop caring. It means you care intentionally. You invest in what matters, relationships that uplift, work that inspires, and moments that feel real. Plotinus spoke of returning to the origin, the essence of who you are. This isn't about inventing a new self, it's about uncovering what's always been there. Life becomes vibrant, not because it's perfect, but because it's yours. This journey is a homecoming. You trade the chaos of seeking approval for the serenity of self-acceptance. You choose what to care about and let the rest fall away. When you do, life doesn't just fall into place. It becomes a reflection of your truth, a canvas painted with meaning and joy. Pause today and reflect. What's one expectation you're ready to release? Take a small step. Say no to something that doesn't feel right, or yes to something that does. Share your story in the comments. What's your first move toward living authentically? Subscribe to our channel, Psychosophy, and hit the bell for more videos on embracing your truth and creating a life you love. Let's walk this path together.